I have always had dogs my whole life, and I was different with the dog than I was with a person. And I noticed it and I knew it, but I didn't think I was right or ready to have somebody depend on me. I didn't know that it would affect my whole life.
Staff Sergeant James Rutland served in the United States Army from 2002 to 2014. Unfortunately, he came home with more than he had packed. Rutland is one of 500,000 service members who suffers from PTSD.
There's going to be a lot of anxiety, questioning about your own safety. When you're in an obviously safe area, you're going to continue to watch your back. You're going to look around. You're hypervigilant. PTSD, it changes your whole function. Changed the way I ate, changed the way I slept, everything.
Rutland began seeing a counselor while he was still in Iraq, but he says he didn't see a real change until a friend introduced him to K9s for Warriors, an organization that provides service dogs to veterans.
She called and she asked how I was doing and asked if she could sit down with me. She sat down with me and we talked, and then she put me in a car and brought me out to Camp K9. I started to automatically feel, being around the dogs, I started to feel a little bit different. I mean, nothing super noticeable, but I noticed it.
After applying, Rutland was joined with his dog, Dunkin. He says he is the most effective form of treatment for his PTSD.
I've got somebody who's going to go with me everywhere I go and do what I do for years. I'm out of the house, I'm doing things, I'm part of the community. I've got a job now. Whereas before, I was locked in my apartment with the lights turned off, and I would leave, go to the bar, get drunk, go home, sleep, wake up, do it again. That's all I did. I didn't do anything else. Now, I don't drink. I don't take any psychopharmaceuticals.
The average veteran is taking 10 to 15 medications when they begin the program. According to K9s for Warriors, 92% will either stop or greatly reduce their use of prescription medication by the end of the program. Unfortunately, service dogs are not seen as effective as medicine by doctors.
You're not sitting in front of a doctor or a social worker or a clinician having them tell you that this is what you need to do to make your life better, and then them saying, now, we're going to start you on this medication and we're going to do everything we can to get you to the max dose possible as fast as we can. The issue is they want hard, tangible evidence. But for them to try to max everyone out, which is what they do, it's not right.
With at least 22 veterans committing suicide every day, the stakes are high for finding effective treatment. Luckily for Rutland, his bond with Dunkin has given him a new leash on life.
You live better.
Everything about my life is better because of Dunkin. Around here, PTSD, the D in PTSD stands for disability, not disorder. And when you convert it to PTS, you're losing that disability and you're learning to cope with it, live with it, and use it in your life. I'm reintegrating now, just with the assistance of Dunkin.
For Flagler College, I'm Courtney Knudsen.